It's your girl T.
And it's your girl Dev.
And welcome to What's the Point podcast,
where we're real friends who have real talk about real life.
Ooh, had to get comfy.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of What's the Point podcast.
Right. Welcome back. I hope everything is going well. It's Mother's Day weekend.
It is.
So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yeah, I hope that you guys, find something to do with your mom. And for all of you who, may have lost your mother, we pray for you, and we, are thinking about you guys today as well, or this week.
Right.
Yeah, so today we could just go ahead and jump into our real friends segment, or our topic for our chit chat today. And we kind of wanted to talk about why women are remaining or choosing to remain child free.
Yep.
Why do you think that is, T?
For me personally, I can only speak from my perspective.
True.
Remaining child free for me is like a sense of I guess like it is a choice, but it's like my security.
Okay.
How can I put that into perspective? Like my security in terms of I want to make sure that, not necessarily saying I'm established, but that I'm comfortable and I'm in a secure place in my womanhood, to where if I welcome children, I can just do just that. I'm not trying to do all the extras and figure out community, support, education, all of these different layers of life. I just want to accept motherhood for what it is and be a mom without all the other things that I work through already now.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think, the reason that we're bringing it up is because there has been a lot more like conversation, or maybe because we're just in that age range where like we are in a point where it's like a lot of our peers are having children, but then there's a great influx of us who are not having children.
Right.
And it's like, why is that? And so, well, for me personally, I'm just not ready for that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of pushing. It just right now in the place that I'm in, I don't think I'm in a place to welcome a kid.
Right. And I think that goes back to like that secure piece of mine. Like when you're saying I'm not ready, like I'm okay with saying like I'm not ready for children.
Yeah.
I'm also okay to say like, yes, I know I have a biological ticking clock. And it's like I know at a certain age you need to be cautious if you're gonna have children. And I've already had that conversation with self, like, okay, well, girl, if we don't have children by that time, are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
And I've already thought about all those things. So the math is mathing to me in terms of being child free.
Yeah, like at this point, I don't plan to have any anytime soon, but like I agree with the clock, at some point, if I don't have any by that point, then oh well, I think I'll just be okay. But yeah, I'm just not in a place where that would be good news for me. I think that would be terrible news.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not in a place, like financially, I'm not there, mentally, emotionally. Like I feel like for a lot of people are just having children just to do it. And I feel like that's like negligent, because raising a kid is a lot of responsibility. You have to not only, I feel like people just do it for the baby phase, but then they grow up to be full-fledged,
and I just
full-grown adults.
I see the benefit in kind of waiting to your 30s, because I really did not mature. I've always been very mature for my age, even though I've always been younger, or the younger one in the group. But I feel like for me personally, I really did not fully mature and start getting things until 25.
Right. Yeah. So, like I feel like I just got this adult life. I'm still very much trying to figure it out.
Understanding it, and sometimes I get it and I'm like, oh girl, you did that?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, oh girl, I just want to go swing on the swing ice cream cone.
Yeah, like I want to be the kid today.
Right. And I just feel like I'm battling between that and trying to find my place. And adding a kid to that, I agree, like that's just chaotic.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where child free comes into place, where I have the freedom and the autonomy to like figure out life in this adulting without the extra pressures and responsibilities.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, just imagine coming home after work and there is a little kid looking at you like, what you cooking?
Yeah, and I understand like some mothers say like this is the best love I've ever found.
I'm sure it is.
And I want to get there. But right now, hearing a baby crying would just overstimulate me.
That's a good word. Overstimulate.
Like I've heard that now more people are being open about postpartum depression and the natures of like, the first time around of being a parent and dealing with infancy and the crying. Like, yes, I like to sit in silence. So to hear someone constantly crying, yes, I understand that it's my child, but I would be overstimulated. I feel like I need to be a little bit more emotional mature or emotionally intelligent to handle that.
I agree.
Like 30 might be that for me.
Yeah, I think at 30 I'll be like pretty well rounded.
I should get it by then.
I should get it by then. Yeah, like I'm gonna give myself another 3 more years to really like finalize self. And then I think I'll be comfortable enough to start thinking about it.
And I've always said I could be the person who only has one child. I'm all right with that. I know that's selfish, but I'm okay with just having one. I'm okay with just being a little older and just saying I have one child. I'm all right. That's fine. Yeah, so I think we're getting to that point. Like geriatric pregnancy now is more of a thing, right?
It is. It's a lot more common. A lot more women are having kids later.
Like 35 to 39.
Yeah, I just seen a lady have a kid at 42.
Yeah, I don't know about 35 to 39. That's kind of
that's your cutoff. Okay.
By then I'll just have to be a wonderful aunt. I mean, splendid. I'm already a godmother. Yeah. So it's like, whew.
You're an aunt too.
Yes, I said I'm a godmother and an aunt. Yeah. I feel like I'm a parent.
Yeah, so you might be okay.
When I decide, like I like that. I like that life for me. I like being a godmother and an aunt. It's just like, oh wow. Yeah. I have responsibility without like being as responsible. Yeah. It's great.
It's not permanent. You could send them home.
I just really love that for me. I really, really love that. Yeah. I really do. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. Do you think it's weird that a lot of us are not having kids? Because a lot of people don't have kids.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's responsible. I think, because I feel like a lot of us are not ready. Like you said, many people I know are like 25, 26, 27, 24, 23, like in that range. So it's like, that's not really, I mean, personally, that's not my preference, So it's like, nah, I think it's a good thing for us to wait. I think more people should wait. I think more people should just kind of, like, a lot of moms say they do, not that they regret it, but they wish they waited. Yeah. And it's like, why is that? Because you weren't all the way prepared for it.
Right. I feel like mentally I can take, my peace that I've grown to have over the years. I'm like, I feel like mentally by 30 or so, I should be able to take, they're crying. Okay, it's all right. I might have a little bit more
patience and more. Like,
oh, wow, this is a lot.
Like so you said, I'll be overstimulated.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. I'm almost sure that I'll be.
Like I'll be like, honest. Come get this baby.
Somebody sit with me, please. What's happening? What do I do? Like,
no, literally.
And I have a lot to do, and I love kids. I really do.
Me too. I love children. Kids. Yes, but I love them so much, but to actually have one on my own is my sole responsibility. Because as a woman, unfortunately, we don't always have the choice of being like, nah.
Yeah, once you pregnant.
Like it's pretty much on you. I mean, like, of course you would hope that the father is of somewhat decency, but like that doesn't always work out for everybody. And it's like, as women, we have that responsibility to raise the kid. Right. And so I feel like that's so unfair.
It's my choice. Yeah. And it's my responsibility to make sure if I'm ready for this kid or not.
Yeah. Heavy on my choice.
My choice. I'm like, it was a point where I was like, I don't have to have children.
Yeah, I'm on the fence, y'all. Like, I gotta be convinced.
Someone was saying that it's called, oh my gosh, I just saw it. Oh, vacillating or ventilating the fact that you're like indecisive, so you're always in between.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Thinking,
always.
I want to have children. I'm okay without it. I want to have children. I don't want to have children.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me. Some days I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I just cannot wait.
Yeah.
And then other days I'm like, whew.
Yeah, like I'm cool with my peace and my solitude. You know, like I'm fine with just me.
Yeah, I like that for me. But maybe we might get older and want them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in 3 years, I might be like, I want a little baby. But I might be like, I'm cool. Who knows?
I haven't even had a dog. I don't even have anything.
Nothing to nurture.
I have nothing to nurture, and I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get something, friend.
I did.
What did you have?
An aloe plant. It's still there.
Okay. I mean, but is it like dried out? Is it
just
stable?
Sits in the window.
Okay. Well, that tells us everything we need to know.
We're gonna get into the real talk.
Yes.
And we are talking about protecting the youth.
Yes. I want to preface this episode by saying we are not attacking the children.
No.
We are attacking the adults who are raising the children.
That's not funny.
But it's true, though.
It is very true. It's so true. Which is why we spent so much time talking about being child-free and the choice and the responsibility to know and hold yourself accountable to know, am I ready for children or am I not?
Yeah.
Before you
bring them into the world.
Right. We have to do that contemplating before we get there.
Yeah. And before the act. Yeah. Because I feel like that goes back to what I said earlier about, not recognizing. I don't know what I said earlier, friend. Oh, well.
It's okay. It'll come back to mind.
It'll come back to mind, maybe. But yeah, as far as protecting the children, it's important to protect the children because they're our future.
Yeah, they really are. And I'm really scared.
I am terrified. Because, like, going back to it being a choice to bring children into the world. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. What I said earlier was about babies and how people they just want to have babies when the babies are babies. But it's like once the baby becomes school age and then they go to middle school, high school, college, they become an adult. You have to follow them through all of those developmental stages. You have to be with them through all of those phases of life, all of those breakups, heartbreaks, how to handle their emotions, how to interact with their peers, how to have etiquette, how to walk around in public. And I feel like a lot of parents are failing their children because they're not keeping up with them through those next stages of life. Recently, I've been seeing, we live in Atlanta, Georgia. So I watch the news every now and then, y'all. And I've been seeing in the school district, the kids are not coming to school so much to the point they got to implement a new attendance system. And it's just like, where's the parents?
Yeah, but
whose fault is that?
How's that even possible?
Right. Why is it you don't know where your kid is at 11 in the morning? Why are they not at school?
Did they not get on the bus? Do we don't take buses anymore?
They didn't get on the bus.
We don't take buses anymore. I'm raised from old school, so I really can't even understand or compartmentalize even the generation that kids are growing up in, even in the school system, because they're off school a lot. Like, I know that's random, but it's like they have virtual days and just a random.
They got spring break, winter break, fall break.
They have a virtual day, like
carnival day.
It's really strange, and
they got Flag Day.
I mean, it's really strange, and it's like because they have those things in place through the school system, and parents have to work the way that they do. I can see like the negligence in terms of taking care of their children because it's like I'm trying to work so that way I can take care of these children in 2024 because the economy is just bad. But it still doesn't defeat the purpose of like when we had our village. And a village, it takes a village to raise a child. Where is the village?
Where is the village? Like, why do we try to take on such an important role by ourselves?
Right. Or could the village just not be showing up?
That could be the case too. That could be the case too. I mean, maybe the village ain't showing up.
The kids, they don't have what we used to have.
They don't. And I think, and why is that though? Because their parents are
we're the generation
millennials.
Yeah, we're supposed to be taking care of them. And millennials, our mind is not on that.
It's not on it. And it's just like, why is it that the millennials want to continue to be silly? Like, they want to continue to be like, grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, y'all can't be kids forever. And I feel like that's kind of their generation because they grew up in the Nickelodeon early Nick at Night, them days. And it's like, at what point do y'all grow up and be adults?
I don't know. Or just, it's either one of the two. Either have the kids or don't. And I feel like that's millennial. A lot of us just really do not have children. A lot of people just don't have children. And for those who do have children, I can almost see why the kids are not getting what they need, because in friend groups, it used to be everybody has a kid. Now it's like only 1 or 2 people have a kid. I don't know what that means for you to have a child, because I don't want chick nor child right now. So I can't even understand your world. Like, I want to try.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I think of the kids, it's like, I really can't think about helping being your village to a certain degree unless you tell me a calendar date. And it could just be things like that. Like, I can't really help you because, I'm trying to be somewhere at happy hour.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a kid. I don't have no kid. That is. But I'm all for definitely supporting your friends who have kids. But at the same time, it's like, and I think that's why they kind of fall out the friend group. Yeah. Because it's like, well, I need to find other mom friends. That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, we still gonna be friends, but you do also need to find mom friends too. Like, find the soccer moms, because that's your village.
Yeah.
Because we are in different stages at this point.
Right. And it's like, I think that's kind of the lean on and the support of how we protect the children, because now you need that support. Hey, if Johnny and Bobby are friends, then somebody take Johnny and Bobby one weekend, and somebody take, y'all
switch
y'all
off.
Do what y'all have to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like the placement. Like, you might have one friend out of these group of 5 friends who've been friends since high school or college is the only one who has a child, and then it's like, I don't even know how to blend in anymore. So I do think that that's a piece, but the generation is just, oh no,
friend.
Clumsy wins. I wonder if you can still hear it. All right, we're back again.
Okay.
I am so sorry, guys.
Hold on. Okay. Well, we're gonna hope that we're just still going. I think it should be. Yeah. I'll just clip that. But anyway,
I won't touch anything again. All right. We're back at it again.
Yeah.
But no, I was saying,
I think you were done. You were pretty much
done. Talking about how to protect
the children, right? Yeah. And you were saying like how moms kind of age out, or they kind of fall out from the group.
They're falling off. Yeah. So I think it's just, that's how you protect the children. They need support. The kids can't read. Somebody should be teaching them how to read.
Yeah, I think the kids also need, what I'm realizing that they don't have anymore, is mentors.
Yeah.
Like community people, like you mentioned, it's just people around the kids, like somebody who is looking out for the kids. Sunday schools. Kids don't go to Sunday school no more.
Yeah, but I don't even think they go to vacation Bible school.
Yeah, like, why are the kids in the main sermon?
Honey, we were in the church heavy. I mean,
right, vacation Bible school,
Sunday school, Bible study. You were not the kids don't have Easter speeches and stuff like that
Right,
anymore.
like they
we had to learn
nobody did an Easter speech this year.
We had to do our Easter speeches and memorize it. There is no go up.
Right,
with
there
your
is
paper.
no paper, no index card.
And those things are embedded now to where you would go to college and now like you could do your presentation like that because you had to stand in front of a big group audience of people. Everybody knows Easter Sunday is the Sunday you see
everybody
and everybody. You get up there, you had to memorize that, and you did that. If you went up there and said that, that's encouraging. Kids don't have things like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
Just in their own. I don't know. They're really in their own world.
Yeah. And like I said, we're not blaming the kids because for that point, it goes to the adults. Right. Where are the adults? I seen this tweet on Twitter. This guy was like, basically against, he was like, I'm not helping the kids. I'm not being in the community helping the kids. And that's the problem. Yeah. Because as adults, that's our role. Like we're the new adults, like y'all like to say, oh, we're the new adults. Okay, we need to take on those roles. We need to be the ones who are having the flag football for the kids to come out, the kickball games, the Saturday events, that the kids are not in the streets doing stuff they don't have no business doing. That like, is so where true. Are the events for the kids? Yeah, they don't have outlets.
No, because we have a lot of events for adults.
A lot. Tacos and tequila, R&B, sipping paint, sipping trapping paint. We got sipping bowl. So like it's literally so many events for adults.
So many.
But the kids, when I was growing up, when we were growing up, we would go to the mall on Friday night and then go to the movies, and then maybe you would get a little food and you would go home. Yeah. Your mom would pick you up. Like kids, they don't go to the mall. The mall is not safe for them. They don't have church lock-ins no more.
They don't have like a little.
They barely have school dances. They barely have school dances now. Yeah, those are getting canceled for bad behavior. So they barely have that.
And that makes me sad because I even know like spring break. I didn't have to experience going on a trip. My first trip being in college. Like we went on our trips with our friends and we had a mom. Somebody's mama was the chaperone. Like, it was a certain point where we could go down there by ourselves, but somebody's parent was the chaperone. And so, or you got the flexibility of, it was never, oh, I'm going to take my kids on a trip. It was like, no, I'm taking our kids here. Yeah. So are you okay with so-and-so coming? And so I don't feel like that initiative is there anymore, but I also have to blame it on kind of like the economy and the societal standards of like what the world is now versus what it was then. Like things are extremely high to the point where if you have 2 kids, that's a lot.
Yeah, let alone the neighborhood kids. Like unfortunately we can't have those pool parties anymore because a pack of ribs is damn $50 for a pack of ribs.
I can't even be upset because cake and ice cream used to be glorified for us, but now, like, because we also have this societal standard of having this top 5-tier layer cake and all this luxury, it's like we can't even enjoy like the small things that used to make us happy. So now everybody trying to live a certain standard, and then on top of that, you're trying to make sure your kids have this, that, and the third, and whole time. I mean, ain't nothing happening.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad.
It really is. That's why I said we do need to do better. That is something I've never thought about, that they don't have no events.
Yeah, like they don't, what do they call them? Like third spots? I don't know. Or I don't know if that's what it's called. But yeah, they barely have places to shop. Like the teenagers is dressing like adults now. Like they don't even have Limited to Forever 21. Well, they got Forever 21. What was that other store? Justice.
Justice. They don't really have a lot.
Like the middle schoolers look like high schoolers, and the high schoolers look like grown women.
Or they just wear pajamas.
That too. And it's like, why? My parents was not letting us walk out looking like.
Yeah, no. I got in trouble for constantly still wearing jeans and a t-shirt. It was like, don't you have something else to wear? It's like no. This is my comfort.
Right, this is my style.
The beach. Did you wear the beach shell?
I didn't, but I had friends who did.
They had that was our thing. Aeropostale,
Hollister, definitely jeans, that was the thing.
That was
Abercrombie.
That was our style. What is their style?
Their style is designer. Balenciaga boots, Givenchy, Goyard bags, like Coach. They got it all. They rocking the LV. They got the name brand shit. And it's like, how are y'all getting that? What jobs do y'all work? Sonic?
I don't know, and that's probably why they're so lost, child.
Yeah, because they feel like they have to keep up with these celebrities
and they're
now.
Probably bullied.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
I can't imagine.
Because I would have been in the Gucci.
They would have had to bully my ass because I would have been fighting every day after school.
I was not in the Gucci. Now I was dressed down.
Right, like I had that shit on, but I was not in no name brand.
I wasn't in the Gucci.
I had Aeropostale, Hollister, Abercrombie. That was that.
When
I had American Eagle.
Well, as teenagers, yeah, that was that.
I had Baby Fat.
Baby Fat, Apple Bottom. When that was a thing, that's what we wore.
I had some That's So Raven jeans.
Yeah,
that was fire.
I had the High School Musical T-shirt.
Yes, like bring back that
kids.
type of stuff.
We were really kids, and I think that's what's sad is like these kids don't get to just
be kids.
Yeah, like we were really kids. We could talk about watching Hannah Montana. It was cool that you got to watch a little bit of Family Guy. And what's the other one?
Right, that was a treat. That was American Dad.
South Central and American Dad.
What I know what you're talking about. It's not South Central.
It's something Central Park.
Central Park.
Like it was cool that we was watching stuff like that. We have no business watching the Boondocks, but that's the stuff we used to joke on and talk about.
Yeah.
We used to talk about Medea Plays.
Yeah. Nowadays, these kids, they watching Power.
They watching, first of all, the fact that they're watching Euphoria.
Yeah, the fact that they're watching Euphoria, BMF, like they is tuned in.
As a teenager, I would have never been able to really take a glimpse of that. Like as an adult,
because that's on HBO. Like I couldn't even get on HBO.
But as an adult watching Euphoria, I was like, oh my god!
I know. I even be trying to like.
Am I supposed to be watching this? No, I'm all in it though.
Yeah,
real. But it's like I'm an adult, and it's a lot.
No, I agree.
But these kids love it, and you wonder why they like experimenting real drugs.
Yeah,
because that's what we're not talking about with the teens. Y'all not protecting them. They are on drugs,
hard drugs. It's not just them jewel pods. Them jewel pods is number one, but number two is them pills that y'all and fentanyl.
They're on drugs.
They're on drugs, and it's like, at what point? Well, see, the issue with America is that they don't care about the youth.
Yeah, and because
where are the DARE programs? I ain't seen DARE since we was in school.
Right.
Like, where is DARE? Because the kids need they need no drug programs.
And
like they need to bring them programs back to school.
Maybe they are learning, or maybe not. Because I'm not even gonna lie. This is so off topic. But when I was in high school and we had that health class and they showed us what you look like.
Oh yeah, that's all it took.
What you can look like after
teeth
the
out.
I
said that's all.
And that commercial, forgive me, where that lady used to talk with that whole. I had to turn from it. That was like watching a scary movie.
Yeah, I said, that's all it takes. Oh, don't worry about me. You won't catch me smoking no cigarette.
Not cool.
Right, drugs are not cool.
It was never that for me.
Crack is whack.
It never had to do that for me. But these kids don't have that, and they're looking at social media and they're looking at the internet, and it's telling them to do those things. And we don't have anybody in their ear telling them that drugs are not cool. Like, no, you don't need to do that. They see the glamorization of being on drugs and the rock star,
lifestyle,
rap style of being out there like that. And it's like, no, you really could be on the street somewhere, depending on if you keep on doing this.
Yeah, like that's true. And it's like, whose responsibility is that to teach the youth that? It goes to the parents. Yeah. It goes to the teachers. It goes to the community. Because I feel like as a community, we're all responsible for the children.
We are.
And even if you don't have children around you, like you do in some aspect, like
I would agree. Because my thing with teens, for example, when they're on drugs, I'm like, so why are you on it? Not like, why are you taking that drug and reprimanding you? Like, what's going on that got you to the point where...
Yeah, that you're coping with drugs.
Because you're self-medicating at this point. So it's like, what's going on? Is it anxiety? Did somebody talk about you? Were you
Yeah.
bullied? Like, is it deeper? Are there
Mhm.
some stuff really going on? And
Yeah,
we
what's
don't get
going on at
into
home?
the behaviors. Like, and I
Mhm.
always say that, like, everybody always says, oh, he bad or he out there. Like, no one's trying to figure out why.
Yeah. They just
That's
want to give him
happening.
some medicine so that he'll just chill and sit in the corner.
And that's the issue. So I agree. And that's kind of what I do. I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm always like, okay, well, let me be a voice.
Mhm.
Because clearly,
Yeah.
we're not
like
talking to them, and I want to talk to them
Mhm.
and see.
Yeah,
from their
like one
perspective.
thing I'm gonna do, I don't have kids either, but I'm gonna at least use my voice, like working with my clients. Like I'm gonna make sure that I, like those are the kids I work with.
Right.
Is we at least work with some young people, and that's how I know what's going on. Like what is going on in the school?
That's how I know what's going on. What kind of music are you listening to?
Right, like what and that's another thing. That demon music, y'all gotta stop listening to that demon music, that Illuminati music. Y'all got to stop. Because that's really what's clogging y'all.
I just be so. I don't think y'all understand. Like, really listen to what these kids' world is like. I get into
It's
their
dark.
world,
Yeah.
and it's like when I'm listening to some of the music they're listening to. One is either too grown and pacified over,
like with a
it's
beat,
kid,
with a hot beat.
It's giving Justin Bieber, but it's not giving baby, baby, baby. It's giving I like my peaches out of Georgia or whatever he said. That's what it's really giving. And furthermore, even their graphics, what they watching, the kid movies. I love watching kid movies, and I can relate it to an adult life.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the stuff, bring it back. Show them Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, bring it back to the children's concepts,
right.
know,
Bring
like,
it back to like the real kiddie stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know y'all got some DVDs. Please bring it back.
Well, now they're trying to get rid of all physical media. The DVDs.
And I see why, but I'm like, bring back the Spy Kids, y'all, or something, because the stuff that they're watching is like literally warping their minds. Mm-hmm. And you can say what you want to say. Oh, it's not psychological. That's why these kids have mental issues that a freaking 40 or 50-year-old would have. Yeah. Who's been on drugs for 20 years. Because of the things they're watching. And that's just the real truth, considering that we work with children and really work with teens. Like, the things that we see is really dark.
It's really dark, and it's really alarming because it's like, what's going on? Like, huh?
They're not having the girl back and forth drama over a guy. Like, they're
not fist fighting about boys. They're shooting for boys now. Like, these girls got guns
and
too.
They are not taking it on the chin that so-and-so didn't want them. They're hurting and harming themselves. Yeah. That's real. Like, that's not something, oh, she's just crazy. Like, no, there's something deeper that if you don't get that under control, it's just going to turn into something even worse by the time I give her about 17.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's going to be a whole nother issue, a whole nother beast.
It's going to be something else. And we're joking about it, but they really are huge issues that kids are going through. Not teenagers, but kids. Yeah. 5, 6. They bully because of the way their bodies look. They only bully because of the way their bodies look because people are walking around here with the Coca-Cola body. Right,
with the social media influencer lookalike body. Because everybody got the same body.
Everybody. So that's why these kids are, I'm not going to say they're bullied because of the BBL culture, but they're bullied because we have this fixation on what a body should look like. And then these kids are going into school based on what they see, bullying kids who have natural bodies.
And who are kids. Like, children. Like, why would y'all expect to have a Coke bottle body?
Kids having eating disorders. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a new thing because
it's not. Like, it's been around for a long time.
It's been around dieting, restricting your child from certain foods, whatever. That's been around, but the kids, they have body like dysmorphia at 5 and 6.
Yeah, they think that they're fat at 5 and 6. Which is crazy.
Baby fat.
Right. You still got baby fat. Of course you're a little thick. Like, yeah. So I think it just really goes back to the parents, and it really goes back to the community and the people who are around the kids. Like, we need to do a better job at uplifting. We need to do a better job of mentoring. We need to do a better job at guiding, leading, and reprimanding too.
And showing them a natural, true form of like your authentic self.
Yeah.
Like not this stuff that we're seeing on social media and the trends. Like show these kids what real life really looks like. If you really work that job and you really, there are some days where, you know, you can't sit with them and talk to them. Let them know that. Let them know, hey, I worked really hard today and I promise we're going to get, you know, have some time together, whatever, some quality time.
Yeah.
But right now, mom's had a hard day. They need to know that. They're going to have a hard day when they get older. So what better way than to learn it at home?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm going to tell you, I told y'all I'll be overstimulated.
Right, I'll be like,
listen. Let them know. My kid's going to be able to say, Mommy is overwhelmed and overstimulated right now. Yes,
right.
baby,
Give her 5 minutes.
I am overstimulated. And when you feel overstimulated, you let me know. That's what they need to know. Like, and that's why I have kids. Because I know I need to be able to communicate that.
Yeah. I like that though. Because kids need honesty. Too.
They do.
They do.
They need honesty. They don't care about, they like Disney World and all that stuff, but they ain't going to remember all that for real.
Yeah, they not.
I mean,
they'll see the pictures.
They'll see the pictures, but all that stuff don't matter to them. They care about the real raw moments. Kids are the realest people ever. That's why I like them. I'm like, they're gonna be honest. If your vibe off,
they're gonna let you know. They're gonna be like, I don't like her.
I don't care for her. Like, especially teenagers.
Yeah.
Ain't no faking the funk with them.
At all.
But other than that, I mean, that's just our tips with protecting the youth. I think that was really good in terms of you saying the support as well as the community. That made me think I could do a bit better in terms of, I don't have children, but maybe one day I'll host the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, or just like volunteering at like the Boys and Girls Club or Girl Scouts, YMCA, you know, especially the summertime is coming up, you know, get at the summer camps, you know, if you can go volunteer, I think that's important, you know, be a mentor.
Right.
Be what you didn't have.
You can, like you said, uplift and speak some life into them because they need it.
Because they need it. Like I said, that demon music.
That music is terrible.
Need life and they need light.
Did y'all see that the covers? I'll just be so nervous.
Right. I just be like, oh.
I'm nervous listening to it with them, but I listen to it.
Yeah.
I listen to it. I'm like, all right. Well, okay, wrap this up. But anywho,
speaking of music, our vibe of the week.
Yes, our vibe of the week is it Whitney? Okay. The Greatest Love of All. I think I said that right. Let me check.
I think so. Yeah. Greatest Love of All
by Whitney Houston. She clearly states that she believes the children are our future, which they are, and the generation can only get better if we pour into them to be their very best.
Yeah, because remember, they're the ones taking care of us.
Right, which they're very capable because they're really intelligent. But the point of it all is they are the greatest love. So we have to, you know, show that love back and give it to them.
Yeah.
Well, with that,
make sure to follow us on our Instagram at whatsthepoint_pod. You can follow me on my personal at devin.nicole. That's Devin with an A, Nicole with 2 E's.
And you can follow me at _I love New York.
Yep. And we'll see y'all in the next episode.
And happy Mother's Day again. Bye.
Yep. Bye.